So iOS 10 has a huge advantage when it comes to App Store optimization. Now you might be wondering what I'm talking about, and this App Store optimization goes very unnoticed, and the reason why is that it's actually pretty hard to implement, especially if you are not a software engineer. So let's take a look at what Apple is saying. First of all, if you look at what's new in iOS, here is iOS 10, and just look for ranking and start reading what exactly they say on ranking here. They say that iOS 10 introduces a differentially private way to help improve the ranking of your app's content in search results. iOS submits a subset of differentially private hashes to Apple servers. So basically, your apps are sending the data to the Apple servers as the users are using your app. And then what it creates is deep links to get back inside of your app. And now if you add what they call here markups that are public markups, then guess what's going to happen? Your users, whatever they are using, will also be seen in the App Search API validation tool. So you will see it in the iTunes App Store as well. Now you may be wondering, how can we do that? How can you actually have that work? But before we even get there, what I want to show you is what exactly they're talking about. So I'm bringing up my iPhone here, and I'm going to bring up the spotlight by just sliding down, and here is the spotlight. And what people would do usually is that they would search straight here. They wouldn't even go to the App Store, they would search here. So let's say I search for pets, then guess what's going to happen? So let's say I was somebody looking to buy a pet or getting some pet food. As you can see, it uses the map, so it goes straight and uses the content from the maps, then suggested websites, then here are stuff from the App Store, and if you keep going, look what happens. You have something here called Pinterest, and you have animals and pets category. Now you might be wondering, how the heck this ended up here? How does it know that Pinterest has animal and pets here? Well, that's the beauty of deep linking and categories. Now, I don't know if Pinterest had made this public. I don't think so, because it's part of iOS 10, so it's not there yet. But if they do that in the future, then this link will not appear just here. It will also appear way above inside of the App Store, so you can download that. Now, I have some code to show you. I'm not going to go through all the code right now, but I have some code that here, what it's doing, it's adding anything that your user is doing that's interesting, adding it to the spotlight. And once we have it added to the spotlight, what it does, it's actually adding some specific keywords, because you can add keywords to an activity, such as, let's say, stock market, or something very specific to your app, which add app relevancy. So your app becomes more relevant whenever people are looking for stuff within your app, and the iTunes App Store will know about it. So that's a very powerful tool here. Again, not easy to implement. So I know that many App Store optimization guys are not going to talk about this, or if they talk about it, they're not going to be able to do much about it. So just know that there's an amazing way right now to be able to stand out and make sure that your app goes to higher rankings. And there is no gray hat area or black hat magic here. It's pure logic. However, Apple said that you should not abuse this. It will make sure that anything that you put here that's going to be indexed by their web bots, the Apple bots, they want to make sure that it's things that people actually are going to be using, because you can easily abuse that by sending data all the time. So make sure to use this with moderation. All right. So in the next lectures, I'm going to show you how to actually implement this in a physical, real app that we've already had created. And we're going to add this to an app and see the results live.